So here's the S&P today. So we see us breaking down this, and let me do a 15-minute. So we have the 15-minute chart. Here's today's action. Here's the last week or so. So we see it could be a topping kind of pattern here. So I used today's morning pop. So we opened lower, pop back up, and then we started selling off again. I used that pop back up to begin taking profit in a lot of my names, and I'll just go over them. So this Airbnb is one. You'd see I'm long from this 153 area. My stop is this 150, 150. So do I think this name goes higher? Yes, absolutely. But for my time frame, when I'm up 5-1 risk reward in these trades, it makes sense for me to start trimming these names heavily if I think the market's going to pull back. Either give me another shot, maybe it takes me out of trade. But at the end of the day, from my time frame, where I'm doing where I have these 5-1 profits, I'm gonna take profit into that market weakness. What was the next one? This Bumble. I trimmed some today into the strength this morning. You see it kind of come back. Long from this 53, we see the gray line here. So that's another one. I just trimmed a little bit. No, I trimmed most of that one, honestly. DoorDash. This one looks good still. I trimmed some into the strength yesterday. You can see I had a little fit with it yesterday, but this one still looks good, still looks higher. Tons of relative strength. Definitely looks like it goes higher. This SE I'm still in from this 308 area. I've stopped below here. This below is 337. This one wants to keep pulling back. DraftKings, this was a huge winner. This one, I definitely think it goes higher on a weekly chart again, but I'm long from this 53.50 area. It's up 20-25% in 2 weeks. That makes sense for me to take some profit if I think the market's coming in. And there's just a bunch of names like that. Apple, I had a good trim on Apple this morning. I got out of that completely. IART, this is another one, long from this 72 area. So taking profit into this morning's strength really saved me a good chunk of change this morning. What else? This U, got out of this U today. I was pretty much buying the breakout here. Again, I think these names go higher, but it doesn't really make sense for my time frame to continue to hold these things and give back all that open P&L if I'm up multiples of my risk on them, and I think the market's going to pull back. So, I just spent the day just taking profit for the most part. I took I have very little risk on today compared to what I had yesterday because of all the profit I took. So, that was really it for me. It was more of a sell day than any look for new opportunities out there. So we'll see what comes. We'll see what comes the rest of the day. I can't say enough. I think today's close is very important for the next 2 weeks. So we'll see. What do you got going on over there?
So this is two main ones. First one is this ALRM, which was a support buyback that we started kind of end of August. We got a really good buy-in, and then I added up through it. And I just was slowly moving the stops up. So again, originally bought up through 78, added through 82, and moved that stop. Originally was verse 75. As it started to work in my favor, moved up to 78, and I moved it up verse 80. And then with that last ad, bringing my cost basis up, I upped it versus 82. Because at that point, 82 or 80, if it gets to 82, it's more likely going to 80 anyways. So I broke even on that second ad. I made money on the 78 buy, and now it's kind of rolling back over, and it's still kind of in this, still a bit of a range, 75 versus 86. So if it wants to roll back over into this 76 area again, I'm going to be much less likely to want to buy it now because it's continuing to roll back over into support, and the more likely it will maybe eventually just break down lower. So I made a little bit of money in that one, and lost a little bit in this Shopify. So again, bought up to 1560 and just left the stop under that 1500 level and got pushed out today. And again, that 1560 was kind of like a little bit of a Mickey Mouse flag, so I wasn't expecting too much. So I lost 2.5% on that one. So those were kind of the two main things. Other than that, still in this MMC I've been in for quite a bit, and just moved the stop up recently to this 154 area, because if this thing does want to roll, it's gone on such a run these past few months that I do want to make sure I can squeeze the most out of this name I've been in for the last quarter. So other than that, really not much over here.